Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that when physical conditions are constant, what is the meaning of physical conditions? Physical conditions like temperature, area of cross section of wire, length of the wire, density of the wire, nature of material of wire, etc. So according to Ohm's law, when physical conditions are constant, then potential difference across the wire is directly proportional to flowing current. I repeat, when physical conditions are constant like temperature, area of cross section, length, density, nature of material, etc., then the potential difference developed between the two ends of a wire in electrical circuit is directly proportional to flowing current. Okay? Again I repeat, when physical conditions are constant, then the potential difference developed between the two ends of a wire is directly proportional to flowing current. So here, potential difference across the wire, suppose this is a wire, resistance wire, and this is the two end, A and B. Then the potential difference between A and B is directly proportional to flowing current. So V is potential difference is directly proportional to flowing current. Okay. So we can remove the sign, proportionality sign. We can use here V equals to R, constant, and I. Where R is called constant, it is called resistance. It is called resistance. So R is equals to V by I. R equals to V by I. What is the unit of V? Unit of V is volt. Unit of I is equals to current, ampere. Then unit of R, what is the unit of resistance? Unit of R equals to volt per ampere, or volt per ampere is also known as ohm, or the unit of R is also ohm. Ohm is the SI unit of resistance. Here, what is ohm? What is 1 ohm? Define resistance. So definition of resistance is, if, according to this formula, if I is equals to 1 ampere, then R is equals to V by, putting the value of I here, 1, so V. Now we can say, when 1 ampere current passes in an electrical circuit, then the potential difference across the wire is equals to the potential difference developed between the wire across the wire is V, is known as resistance. When 1 ampere current passes in electrical circuit, then the potential difference developed between the two ends of a wire is known as resistance. Okay, or another definition, R is equals to V by I. Suppose V equals to 1 volt, I is equals to 1 ampere, then R equals to 1 ohm. Sign of ohm equals to this, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. Here is 1 ohm. So what is the definition of 1 ohm? When we pass 1 ampere current in an electrical circuit, and 1 volt potential difference developed between the two ends of a wire, across the wire, then the resistance of the wire should be 1 ohm. Again I repeat, if we pass 1 ampere current in electrical circuit and 1 volt potential difference developed between across the end of the wire, then we can say the resistance of wire is 1 ohm. This is the definition of 1 ohm. Okay. Now we can experimentally verify Ohm's law. Now we can experimentally verify Ohm's law. So we can complete this electrical circuit. Here is ammeter A. Here is battery, switch K, rheostat, potential voltmeter. Voltmeter is always connected in parallel and ammeter is always connected in series, right? So this is a positive terminal, it is a negative, and here is positive terminal of ammeter, here is negative terminal of ammeter, here is positive terminal of voltmeter and negative terminal, and this is key, it is rheostat RH. Then the direction of flow of current in this direction, here is this. Okay, now current divided into two parts, and here current I and this current is I combining from I, right? This is the electrical circuit of Ohm's law. Now verification, experimentally verification. We draw a table here, serial number, ammeter reading, in ampere, voltmeter reading, in volt, and here is R is equals to V upon I. Okay. Suppose we have to take one observation here first. When we pass 1 ampere current, then reading of voltmeter is suppose 2 volt. Then R equals to V by I equals to 2 ohm in ohms. Unit of resistance is ohm. Then the it is a 2 ohm. Second observation, when we pass 2 ampere current, reading of voltmeter is 4 volt. Then V by I equals to 2 ohm. Third observation, 3 ampere current, then it is 6 volt. So it is also equals to 2 ohm. V by I. Fourth, 4 ampere, then it is 4 ampere, then it is 8 volt. So 8 divided by 4 equals to 2 ohm. So here R is, in this experiment, every observation, in every reading, R is 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm. That means R is constant. So here we can say this value is constant. So in this experiment here, R is constant. It is a constant. Okay. This is the verification of Ohm's law. Now we plot the graph between V and I here. Suppose we have to take here voltage on y-axis and current or along the x-axis in ampere and in volt. Then we observe the graph, 1 point, 2nd point, 3rd point, 4th point. Okay, then the line can be straight. This is equals to R, resistance. So here in this experiment, in this graph, we plot the graph between V and I. The line is straight, and a straight line shows the constant value. And this angle is theta. So slope of graph is equals to R. Slope is known as tan theta. Measured according to experiment, we can measure this theta. We can plot the graph and measure the angle, and the value of this tan theta value of this angle is equals to their resistance. This is called slope of the graph. And we can plot the graph in inverse way like this. When we take current along the y-axis, I in ampere along the y-axis, and voltage along the x-axis in volt. Then we also find straight line. But in this case, suppose it is 2 volt, 4 volt, 6 volt, 8 volt. Here is 1 ampere, here is 2 ampere, here is 3 ampere, here is 4 ampere. Okay, observe the values. Okay, but in this case, the slope of graph is equals to tan theta is equals to 1 by R. Remember it. The graph plotted between I and V, the slope is equals to 1 by R, and the graph plotted between V and I, the slope equals to R. This is the Ohm's law and verification of Ohm's law. Verification of Ohm's law. Okay. This is Ohm's statement of Ohm's law, and this is the experiment circuit diagram of Ohm's law, and this is the experimental verification of Ohm's law. For today's class, I think the topic is over, and in next class we have to discuss factors affecting resistance. Thank you very much.